Kingdom Hearts 2 came out 20 years ago, and I can say quite easily it's one of my favourite games of all time. The combat is fun, the worlds are interesting, and there is a certain charm to it despite its corniness. Since then, the franchise has become pretty convoluted, but if you played Kingdom Hearts 2 around the time it came out, you probably had the exact same questions that I did lingering from Kingdom Hearts 1. Like, who were the mysterious cloaked men? Where is Sora off to next? And finally, who the fuck is this? And where is Sora? Was there a spin-off game I missed?
Yes, precisely.
Your mind's made up?
Why did the Keyblade choose me? I have to know.
The game starts with these old grainy static-filled flashbacks to Kingdom Hearts 1. They almost seem recorded, despite the fact that no one could have recorded them, and this is even further cementing the fact that you're expecting to see Sora. Because when you actually do start the prologue, you're not playing as Sora, you're playing as Roxas.
Who?
You're hanging out with Roxas' friends, Hayna, Pence and Alette. Sora isn't talked about by any of this group. And to make things more strange and unusual, someone in the town has stolen something down to the very word itself. Your friends go off to look for the culprit because everyone is blaming them, including the bullies? I don't know, these guys call people lamers, I think they're getting bullied.
Don't you lamers.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
The head one's name is Cypher, and after beating his ass, we spot the culprit, and Roxas starts chasing them.
Leave it to me. I'm on it.
Anger and hate.
This is just the beginning, but already the starting area of Twilight Town does an amazing job of feeling like a nice quaint town where someone could live with their friends. The sprawling streets feel large and soon enough familiar, and the music complements this with Lazy Afternoons being such an amazing track that makes you feel a sense of nostalgia over this place you don't even recognize. And although the streets are pretty empty due to the limitations at the time, it still feels homely. Anyway, after cornering the thief, we can get a better look, and this thing slinks through the air as if it was being pulled through. It sways and contorts unnaturally with the weapon you have access to doing nothing.
Keyblade!
Pay attention, I said your favorite word. The
Keyblade!
The Keyblade is of course able to damage this slippery foe. Why would the game have given it to you? But why does Roxas have it? Isn't this Sora's? And why did it get summoned with some strange numbers? None of it makes sense. And Roxas shares this sentiment. He doesn't know what's going on.
What is this thing?
What are you talking about?
But with the photos back, it's revealed that the thief was stealing just photos of Roxas, including the very word photo. And the reason for this was because for this nobody, yes, that's what they're called, both Roxas and the photos are just data to them. Also, these two ominous figures are talking about all of this, with a third person called Naminé needing to hurry up what could only be presumed to be this restoration, which seems to hold recordings of Sora's memories.
Who?
Fuck you! You fucking dick!
What was that about?
Roxas' friends lament the fact that their summer vacation is coming to an end and opt to enjoy it by going to the beach. The group works together doing some odd jobs to get some money for their beach trip, and after some sick grinding, you can head to the beach, only for Roxas to be mugged by the mysterious man.
Can you feel Sora?
We have another restoration section as the mysterious man wonders why they couldn't just let Roxas go to the beach. Bandagehead over here tells him that it would be creating another entrance, and anyway, he should just delete that pouch that he stole. This pretty much confirms that Roxas is in a simulation, and these nobodies are trying to get in and try and get Roxas out. But we still have burning questions, like who are these people involved? Who is Naminé? Sure, Naminé's identity could have been privy to the player if they had played Chain of Memories, but that was exclusive to the Game Boy Advance. And the way I see it, not knowing the events in Chain of Memories is actually way more interesting. Roxas is then visited by a creepy girl from his dreams who can seemingly stop time, and after chasing her, he is swarmed by nobodies, with all attacks being fruitless until...
Roxas!
Huh?
Use the Keyblade!
I got some. Can I?
The Station of Awakening makes its return from Kingdom Hearts 1 in a way that is nearly identical. This isn't Roxas' stained painting, it's Sora's, and it feels odd to appear at this point. The initial dive into the heart segment with Sora was at the very beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1, and here, it took a little bit before we got here. It's supposed to be a tutorial segment, sure, but Why wasn't it the first thing we experienced? Was this because of the restoration that Bandage Head was talking about? Also, getting the items has a completely different tone. With nobody surrounding the glass mural, they represent the fact that Roxas is in danger off the get-go. Roxas had to pick a weapon and choose his path before he even got here in the fight against Cypher. And it implies that this dive into the heart segment is different to whatever Roxas's path was. And whatever this restoration is different to Roxas. This beginning that Sora had is off for Roxas, from a meta level and a story one. Or maybe they just wanted to shake up how the game started and introduce you to a character without being weird that they didn't explain who the character was in the tutorial bit.
Brother, this guy stinks!
I don't know. I prefer my thing. Fighting through the Nobodies, after choosing the path, we eventually come face to face with the first boss, and it also introduces the cinematic uses that the reaction commands can have on gameplay from now on. The Twilight Town is an amazing first fight, which allows you to use reversal, and I personally put it over Darkseid any day. It just has more in its kit, as well as moving the Station of Awakening around. This is just cool. After this amazing fight, we are swarmed by darkness when we get pulled out by the creepy girl, now known as Namine. She asks for Roxas to remember his true name, only for the mysterious man to show up and take her away before sending Roxas through a dark portal, back to the Sandlot, where his friends are disappointed that they didn't get to go to the beach, and he was hanging around Cypher. The white area that is shown in this little scene is so weird. It's like a future room that is seen in the prologue, but it seems so disjointed, like a debug room. Where even is this? And what's it supposed to be? The place brings up questions, which adds another layer of mystery to what is going on with Roxas. Then comes the Struggle Tournament. Roxas versus Hayna. Hayna eats the curb. Cypher versus Mage from Final Fantasy IX. Mage wins. Don't feel too bad, Cypher. This guy only has like another month to live anyway. Roxas versus Vivi. Vivi was actually a nobody causing time to stop, and after you clear them, another mysterious hooded figure shows up. But this time it isn't Bandage Head's friend. No, this is yet another person who claims to know Roxas. Axel. Axel brings out his weapons and elaborates just a little bit. The town they are in is someone's creation, and Axel needs to get Roxas out, no matter what. Then Bandage Head shows up and tells Roxas to just ignore him.
Nonsense.
This leads to a fight, and after fighting, everything returns to normal. Roxas beats Setzer. After winning or losing, Roxas celebrates on the clock tower, giving them all the glass of the trophy before falling, and then we see what Kairu's been doing.
Who?
Fuck you! You fucking dick!
I guess she was just chilling on the island. She speaks to Roxas, and Roxas thinks she's Namine. Then Roxas's inner voice gets replaced by Sora. Then we get some answers by Big Bandage Head himself, about how Roxas astral projected to Kairi, and why Sora's talking. This is because of Roxas's encounter with Namine. It allowed his heart access to Kairi, and caused Sora to be affected through Roxas, because Namine isn't a normal nobody, and she is able to mess with the hearts of people associated with Sora. Oh, and the mysterious man is revealed to be Ansem, the previous villain we defeated with Sora. How could he be back? Then we see Axel being threatened by a league of cloaked men. They need Roxas to rejoin them, and Axel points out that Roxas didn't quit. He physically can't get back, and then they just threaten him. Roxas freaks out over falling off a building and everyone around him telling him things happened in a way they didn't happen. They go to do their school project on the mysterious phenomenon in Twilight Town, and each phenomenon that we discover behaves incredibly weird with that code effect. But before anyone can validate him, everything just changes back. These anomalies always confused me when I was younger because clearly it's the simulation acting up with Bandage Head trying to fix it, and just gloss over it. But why was this nobody who was being disguised as a dog in it? Same with Vivi. These guys were nobodies and they just left? Aren't they pursuing Roxas? Then Roxas sees the ghost train, and then he nearly walks onto the train tracks to his death. Once again, this is Bandage Head fucking with him, and we know this because he says as much.
Roxas, this man speaks nonsense.
But after the ghost train incident, Roxas still has one final phenomenon. Although everyone else doesn't really believe the entire thing was worth it, because every time something interesting happened, it conveniently stopped being interesting. But Roxas heads to the mansion, where he has a conversation with Namine. And now we finally know what's going on. Turns out, Namine disassembled Sora, and for him to come back, they need Roxas, as Roxas is a part of Sora, and as long as Roxas is around, Sora can't come back. Namine then says Roxas shouldn't exist.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
And then, it's pretty much the final day. Bandage Head is horrible, despite the attempts done here to humanize him. He sees the nobodies like Roxas and Namine as less than human, and once she's served out her usefulness, He wants her gone, because nobodies don't deserve to live because they shouldn't exist. Then we see a fight between Riku and Roxas wearing a mysterious cloak, with Roxas holding up 2 keyblades. This fight was actually teased in Kingdom Hearts 1 post-credit scene, and that scene is certainly really cool, especially with all the unanswered questions at the time, considering that the franchise was just getting started. It's almost crazy that what was going on here was shown in the game so quickly. Roxas is shifting forms as his body is overlaid with Sora's before heading out to the usual spot, but once he gets there, no one interacts with him. Because at this point, it's pretty clear that Roxas is stuck in a simulation, and it's finally coming to an end. We then bump into Axel once again, and this time, Roxas knows about him, and Axel is relieved, but after testing Roxas's memory, it still isn't enough. He needs to take him by force. That is, before he is physically frozen and Roxas makes it to the mansion, where we get a vision of Roxas leaving the organization with Axel pleading him not to. Then, as Namine tries to tell us important information regarding what the organization is and what their goals and motivations are and why we are involved, fucking Bandagehead shuts her up, pulling her away and doing this shit.
Oh, I swear to God, if I had my Gribbly gun on me right now!
Also, we learn that Bandagehead's name is Diz.
We're out of time. Too many nobodies.
You serious?
Exploring the mansion further in search of clues, we make it to the basement where Roxas has another vision. This one of him sat with the rest of the organization, all clad in their dark cloaks, before cutting to him fleeing the organization and then finally Riku besting him and putting him in the simulated Twilight Town. This is pretty devastating news for Roxas. Also, Roxas was using 2 keyblades in his fight against Riku. I wonder if that'll come up. After dealing with the last of the Nobodies brought by Axel, the man himself shows up, and despite Roxas knowing more about his past, then Roxas pulls out 2 keyblades and you are treated to this amazing fight against Axel. It makes use of the reaction commands, and it's pretty easy considering the fact that you have 2 keyblades, but it's still really fun, and it introduces you to the first of many humanoid bosses that Kingdom Hearts 2 excels in. Axel gets turned into darkness, saying goodbye to his old friend. The final room of Twilight Town is very simplistic. All this room has in it is a pod. Diz is here, and once again he taunts Roxas. There is nothing Roxas can do. Roxas will lose his body so Sora can live. Even after lashing at Diz in anger, it doesn't mean anything. Diz isn't even there. It's just another trick of the simulation, causing Sora's pod to open and for Roxas' summer vacation to come to an end. Following Sora with his knowledge of the events of Kingdom Hearts 1 and nothing in between. He doesn't know Roxas, he doesn't know about the organization. Sora feels like he knows everything you used to. It's as if the game was trying to correct itself by removing Roxas, but even after leaving Twilight Town, the effects of him are still felt. The music change from Lazy Afternoon to Afternoon Street feels odd. Roxas' friends cause Sora to tear up while leaving. Sora lifts up the blue glass thing like Roxas did, and he's sad to see Twilight Town go, despite the fact he's only been there for minutes. The game moves on from Twilight Town, as you the player get back into what you're expecting for the most part. Fun responsive gameplay and fighting the bad guys. And although Roxas does get brought up, the intro stands out compared to the rest of the game. Not that it's more fun, in fact the length of the intro has been complained about to no end. Although on subsequent playthroughs it honestly isn't that bad if you just skip the cutscenes you've already seen. No, it sticks out just due to how much of this intro focuses on Roxas and what that means. Roxas loses everything he has. His friends, his memories, his body. It's something the good guys do to bring back Sora, and yet it's so unfair. It ramps up the upheaval of Destiny Islands in the first game. The light of Destiny Islands no longer exists, and Sora seeks out to restore it. Roxas loses everything, and for the rest of the game, he doesn't get to escape being Sora's body.